Wraggys Beers, Wines and Spirits review. Tonight, reviewing, I just fancied something strong, you know how it is, now and again. So from Browary Lodzkie, 1867, it's an amber lager beer, it's 6.2%. Don't know anything about it other than that. I know it's a Polish beer, so in date till July, so we'll give it a pour, see how it cooks. It looks decent anyway. 6.2% is a good strength. The one thing about the UK beers, lagers at the moment, is this lowering of the ABV. It just does you nutting all the time. Because something's got to give. No, you can't fly or something. Something's got to give. And that's the horrible part about it. So yeah, a light amber pour. Lots of carbonations you can see. Big whitehead. Yeah, typical lager malt aroma, a bit of sweet on the aroma. I can't remember if I pressed public or unlisted. I must have pressed public. So yeah, crisp, easy going. And the perfect little drink for this time of night, you know. It's that time of night where the sun's come out, and in the sun it's gorgeous. Out the sun, it's Baltic. It's funny how you can go from summer temperatures in the sun to out the sun, and it's you have to put your bloody coat on and your hat on. Nice sweetness to it, not overly sweet, easy drinking. And I know Polish beers have got a bit of a reputation, shall we say. But I've found most of them to be pretty decent, to be fair. And it's not about the ABV, it's how they taste, you know, at the end of the day. And put this against Stella. I'd choose this over the likes of Stella and Budweiser. And most of those, you know, standard fodder in supermarkets. So, just been doing the garden. Just planted up a load of new plants and seedlings. And thought, well, sod it, let's do a beer review. Sod it. It's Friday night. I'm going to have some wine later. Chill out on the wine, as you do. Although the first things first, I need to get a bloody haircut, because that hair's not looking good at the moment, so needs an haircut. I'm sick of it. Lockdown hair. But overall, yeah, not a bad quality job. 6.2%, nice strength. Sometimes you could just do with something stronger. My problem is I've got all these beers, and I drink all the strong ones first, which leaves with the not so strong. And the only downer with the not so strong is, you know, you look and you think, I can't bother to drink that. It's like last night when I was doing them cider reviews. I get the second cider in, and I'm thinking, I'm hating this, you know. And it's not the cider's fault, it's because of the fact that I really couldn't be asked to drink something that was 5%. These things happen, you know. But as they go, quite a nice little drop. Enjoying this. Yeah. I didn't know if I was live or not, so I thought I'll carry on. And quick 15-minute review now, and then I'm going to come back on later after I've had my dinner, and hopefully a haircut, because my hair's awful. And good haircut, nice good shave, get rid of the grey. Although these days that's all I've got. Oh, lovely. Can't be a barbecue, can you? We're really struggling this year. We've got no barbecue gas. The hot tub's knackered, so we're not having the best of it. And then obviously with my car, it's been a shit Happy year. I am back on the home brew though. I bought 3 kits today. I bought Beerworks barley wine kit. Really looking forward to that. Brewing some root ginger and adding root ginger at the initial pour. Now, I'll get some at some stage. It's not really warm enough for a barbie at the moment, at least. But yeah, I'll get some at some stage. I've got a Simply Mild kit coming. Never brewed a mild. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to brew the mild, and then I'm going to add, after the first fermentation, I'm going to add pumpkin spiced syrup. Oh yeah, which one? And then I've also got St. Peter's Cream Stout kit. I love St. Peter's Cream Stout. My only conundrum is, why the bloody hell is it 6.5 in the bottle and 4.5 on the kit? Surely make the kit 6.5. So I'll ramp up the sugar a bit, may get some spray malt or whatever you call it. Spire IPA. It's usually a clone of something else. That's what the Beerworks is all about. They're usually clones of bigger brands. Going down well, this is. At least it's got some taste to it. That little one I drank yesterday, it was tasteless, it was bitey. It just wasn't a nice lager at all. I mean, I can drink lager like anyone. I can flip from lagers to beers to craft to spirits, and quite easily, and higher and lower my expectations accordingly. But that was crap. I'm hoping to, well, when the kits arrive, I've ordered them from Love Brewing. So when the kits arrive, I presume the mild kit, I'll have to add sugar. So I may add 3 kilos of sugar instead of 1. You know, as you do. I want to make it stronger, you know. But then also add the, because the Simply kits, what I do like about the Simply kits is that adding sugar does not harm that kit. They are very, very good. The yeast is bang on. And the same with the cream stout. I'll be adding at least 2 kilos to that. And then the barley wine, I'm not sure whether to add another kilo on top. Good afternoon. It's a sly, sneaky review while the wife's doing the cakes, as you do. And yeah, I've just planted a load of dahlia seedlings, only about this big, and antirrhinums, and put slug pellets down. So hopefully the slugs won't chew on them tonight and have a feast. Little bastards. I've got enough problems with mice and rats in my garden. Problem is, next door, you know, if anybody feeds birds or puts food on the floor, it entices them to the area. Next door's got bird feeders on his washing line for the squirrels, or for, I don't know, birds, squirrels or whatever. And obviously that's food that drops. So it entices them to your bloody area. And I've got a 36-foot decking. As soon as the hotel's open, I'll be able to get some proper rat killer, because I'll either acquire it or ask the bloke, can I have some? And put some proper rat poison down. That'll sort them and get rid of them. The stuff you buy from supermarkets is crap. It is rubbish. Your dog? Yeah, my dog, he's deaf, and yeah, he's not that type of dog. We've got cats across the road, 2 young cats, and they're patrolling the neighbourhood. But I don't think they're coming my back garden. Little bastards are getting in the shed next door, in my little shed. I've put poison in there on the floor, and they're getting in. And I thought I'd got it airtight. So, you know, but they only need a small gap, don't they? Yeah, they need a small gap to get in. So I keep putting poison down. One of these days, I'll just start using mouse traps again and a little bit of peanut butter and start nabbling the bastards. Yeah. To be fair, with mice and rats, you know, if you've got a neighbour who puts food out, they're bringing them to your area. We've got neighbour across the road. They've got an aviary. Yeah, they only need a small bit. They can't get into the beer room because the beer room's actually really quite well fortified. So that's a beaut. You know, they can't get in here. The hot tub room, they could just walk in there, but there's no tin there anyway, or a broken hot tub, which is a bit of a bone of contention. Yes, I will get some. I'm going to get some spray, like vinyl glue, that you can spray and then just stick it together as quick as you like, and then try and pump it, get it, you know, see if I can repair it. It's worth a tenner. If I can't repair it, then we know we're going to have to sticky paper on the floor. All the stuff that they can't get off and breaks their legs or something, or they bite their legs. Ugh, disgusting, that is. But yeah, good. Yeah, bloody awful things. And the problem is, with society being a dirty society, that you're never going to get rid of them. We used to have them in the aviaries at work. So we used to have aviaries, we used to have birds, we used to have chickens. And we had chickens at work in this big aviary. And we had a real bad rat problem. And there was this chicken sat against the wall one day, and I'm thinking, what's up with that bloody chicken? And it kept like, the next day I come and I thought, well, it's obviously on eggs. And it was like going into the wall. And basically the rat was eating it from behind. Anyway, I apologise for your barbecue. Sneaky one. Yeah, sneaky little Polish one. No, only a sneaky one. And welcome. Good evening to you both. Yeah, I thought I'd come on and, to be fair, I thought I'd pressed unlisted. Because obviously I use my phone, so it always comes up as public or unlisted. And now and again I forget. But yeah, to be honest, these Polish lagers, I actually like them. I actually like them because they're better than the English stuff. There's, you know, the Stellas and the Budweiser and the Fosters and Carling. I'm not keen on them. We had a hedgehog on our decking once, and I let the dog out. This is not last year, about a year and a half ago now, when we had the issue with the rats. And I couldn't even walk downstairs without being bonjour. No, I'm only on for a bit, well, 5 minutes or more, just until I've drank this, really. Yeah, let dog out at night, and we'd had this issue with rats. They got into the kitchen. I didn't know there was holes around the outside of the house. So, and we opened the door one night, and all of a sudden on the decking, there's this fucking big thing on the decking. And the dog's like, walks out, looks at it, and it's like, the fuck's this? And it was a hamster, but it had curled up and gone into pure spike mode. And I tell you what, it was a big hamster. I ain't seen it since. UB40, Rat in My Kitchen. That's actually one of my favourite songs, to be fair. It's not a bad song. So tonight, I need a chinky first, though, because I'm starving. You can't beat it, can you? This is what life's all about. You know, embracing life. You know, when you get these sunny days like this and you get a bit of peace and quiet, having a beer in the sun, embracing that sun, letting it, you know, especially if you like quiet. I mean, I like quiet, to be fair. I'm not really the sort of person who likes it so noisy. And I don't like lots and lots of crowds. It's going to be interesting at the beer festival. I'm not so bad when I'm drunk, you know. join the crowd, especially if you're with people you know and you can get on with. Crowds are okay, but when I'm in crowds and I'm on my Todd, hate it. The sun, I tell you what, it's the light of the sun that makes the picture quality bang on. When the door's shut and it's dark, the picture quality drops quite a bit. It's amazing how light is the key. Yeah. Yeah, just a pity my fucking hair looks shit. Now I'm going to find the clippers in a minute. I'm going to go in the house, find the clippers and have a number 2. And on my head, obviously. Not that other number 2. Although that may come. But yeah, 3 new beer kits. Looking forward to getting back into a bit of home brewing. To start off, a YouTube default to 144. I bet they bloody do. Start off with a nice gingerbread mulled wine. I'll have a glass of that. Then I've got a Yellowtail Sauvignon Blanc. And then I've got the Tesco's Finest Malbec to finish, which will probably be enough. Yes. And then at some stage over the weekend, I'll neck them all. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm getting to that stage when the... that is low, isn't it? 144 is crap. I've looked at some of my old beer reviews and some of the picture quality is terrible. I mean, everyone's got 4K these days. It must be a bandwidth thing. I suppose it depends where you live as well. But yeah, I've noticed that the... yeah, that is low. Flipping heck. YouTube, being Google, it's all about money. They want the money off adverts, but they also want to keep the cost of the servers down. You imagine that every day around the world, there's probably, God knows how many gigabytes of people uploading. I mean, me on my own, I upload like 3 or 4 videos a day sometimes. And you can imagine around the world, that amount, it must cost them a fortune in server space. I normally do. I normally go for the highest. I've got a decent internet connection. Good evening. Oh, on about YouTube lowering the rate of the pixels to 144, which is absolutely shocking. Yeah, I always go best quality. Yeah. Can't be watching a theme park video on crap quality. It's not good. So, yeah, it's nice to have a chat sometimes. And sometimes I'm wondering, you know, with the channel going forward, like turning the Saturday night jobber into just a I've noticed with Paul's beer reviews, Simon and his Stoned Crow, Beer Hooligan with his Kung Fu, whatever it is, they just do it. It's like more of a random chat. Although they're not very good at answering the good evening, Scott. How are you? I'm sure you've just done a live, or there was a live. Yeah, sometime in the last 10 minutes or 2. Kung Flu Arms. That's different, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, you know, sometimes I wonder about just doing like Wraggys Tap Room on Saturdays, and just having random beers and just talking shite, basically, which is what I do on a normal basis. But if you're not reviewing something, you can talk crap, and you can just enjoy yourself and keep the video going instead of cutting it off at every 15 or 20 minutes when you've reviewed something. Just carrying on. Especially with all the homebrew. Yeah, I do. I'm saying I can just keep going. Yeah. I think yeah, I think it would. I mean, I'm not the sort of person who does what Simon does. I can't do that. You know, he's quite unique in his character. Yeah, that's what I do anyway. You know, I like reacting to the chats as fast as they come, because then it looks like it's, to me, it's like we're chatting to each other. This thing with StreamYard, where you go on somebody's live and they're 20 minutes behind, it does my bolting. I'm sitting there thinking, all right, I've come. 20 minutes later, I'm thinking, are you going to answer or what? And I can't do it. I just, it does me nothing. And I think it must be an anxiety thing or whatever. That's it. I mean, you're taking their time up, but then again, you're doing your thing as well. It's nice. Interaction's key, I think. It is key. And I mean, hoping my love brewing comes tomorrow. I'm going to Sainsbury's tomorrow to pick up some bloody beers. God knows how much that's going to cost. New beers in Morrison's. Cheers. New beers in Tesco's. Death Star is still onward, incoming to Tesco. Flipping Northern Monk Death Star. Yeah, I've gone for 3 new beer kits. So I've gone for barley wine from Beerworks. So it's Love Brewing's own brand. It's about 9%, 8 or 9% barley wine. I'm going to add root ginger to it to make it basically a ginger barley wine. How about that for a curveball? I've got St. Peter's Cream Stout coming, and it's only 4.5. Yet the bottle, when you buy it, is 6.5. Oh, I can't wait to get it. That's the first one that's getting brewed. St. Peter's Cream Stout. I'm going to up the ABV to 6.5, and then I've got a mild coming, simply mild. I'm going to use 3 kilos of sugar instead of 1, which will increase the ABV to probably about 6%. And also, after the initial fermentation, I'm going to add a litre of pumpkin spice. So I'm doing a pumpkin spice mild. How about that for a different? I like to play with the kids, you know. I like to have a good play. Yeah, that's what she said. But you know, just having a play now and again. Yeah, I need to get off that thought in my mind. But yeah. Beerworks, their Imperial Russian Stout is amazing. Yeah. Sometimes it's about different. I like pumpkin spice. I like it in Bailey's. Then Lidl and Bailey's bought their pumpkin spice Bailey's at. It was awesome. And I've drank some pumpkin spice beers. Basically, it's like coriander, nutmeg, and that sort of thing. So it's more like a winter spice than an actual. You'd call it an autumn spice if you're being fair. But it's yeah, it's something different. How nice is this compared to that bloody little one I had yesterday? It was rancid. It's a Stella knockoff that tasted crap. See you later. And yeah, I'll be back on about 8 o'clock. I didn't mean to go for 20 minutes, so I've got to go up the house, find the clippers, get this bloody haircut, and yeah, sit down on the settee for an hour. It's a lovely golden pour. So typical lager malt nose, to be fair. There's a nice sweetness to it, and to be honest, it's a nice tasting beer. 6.2% amber lager beer from Browary Lodzkie, if that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. But yeah, 6.2 is a nice strength for a lager. And I don't know about reputations with Polish lagers and beers. I've heard of, you know, that the drunk community use them, but I've seen pissheads on the Arboretum, and they used to drink meths, which God knows why. The basic cider and all that. I like a drink. Yeah, yeah. In fact, though, to be fair, I'm actually coming off the drink quite a bit. At one stage, with anxiety and that, I was necking it back far too heavy, far too heavy. The government green list. What's the with the flying out? We're not even bothered. We're not even looking at going abroad this year. See you at 8, matey. Yeah, we've already made our mind up. We're not going abroad anywhere this year. 2022 at the earliest. We'll probably go to Spain next year. Have a week. But this year we're going to do some theme park breaks. I love theme parks. I love roller coasters. So we're at Paulton's Park for my birthday in June. So I'm here on my birthday, and the day after my birthday, June the 25th, we're down to Paulton's Park in Southampton for a couple of days. I think that's where it is. You've not seen your missus for 1 year and 3 months. That's bad. And still can't. Is she on the vulnerable list then or something? And obviously the last year, you know, I mean, this time last year, I was in hell. I was in the darkest place. Oh, she's in the USA. Wow. I might pop over to Portsmouth. I want to check the local supermarkets out and see what beers they've got that I've never had. You see, I do a lot of traditional and craft, as well as lager, cider, etc. So, you know, going down there and seeing what traditional beers are there that I've not had before would be fantastic. There's bound to be something. Wherever you go in the country, there's beers you've not had. We're there for 2 nighs. Theme park's only open till 5. Portsmouth isn't too far away from Paulton's Park, I don't think. I don't know that part of the country, so I won't know one iota. I look on the map and it's not far away. Yeah, I've never been down to that part of the country, to be fair. 25 minutes, so that's not far. It's like going from here to Derby. Yeah. Although you get the smell of sheep as you enter Derby. But I do apologise for anybody who watches who comes from Derby. But banter. There's always banter. Then we're going to Blackpool in August. Pleasure Beach for a weekend. And I dare say I'll be hitting, there's a couple of tap rooms there with the sun as well. So we'll have to sit outside. And obviously, you know, we were doing well this year, and then I got walloped for my car. So the car's wiped our finances, our kitty. You know, your kitty that you have, your finance kitty. Bloody wiped me out. So I'm having to rebuild again. And obviously, drinking beers, it's bloody cheap. Especially if you do 2 or 3 reviews a day, you know, it can get expensive. Especially with the I mean, last weekend I did 26 quid's worth of beer in one night. Can't repeat that very often. That was a bloody one-off. Although the beer, that Thornbridge Necessary Evil, was an outstanding beer. Outstanding. 11% Imperial Bourbon Barrel Aged Stout. The taste, it just hit the spot and then some. Amazing. Whoa, what a beer. I'm gonna have to treat myself to one for my birthday. That's why I like brewing my own as well. Because like Love Brewing's I know I've spent a fortune on beer. Bear in mind, I do Saturday jobs. You on the Voodog Lost? I do Saturday jobs, and so I get anything from 30 to 50 quid each Saturday, and that goes on beers. And just recently, with the amount of new beers, it's got ridiculous. Good evening or afternoon. the amount of new beers just recently has got ridiculous. It's been like a tsunami. We've gone from Tesco's to Asda to Tesco's, Sainsbury's, bloody Morrison's, Lidl next week. It's like, Jesus Christ. And everyone's trying to get the beer reviews out. I get to the stage where I think I'll do what I like, you know. And homebrew is what started my channel. So homebrew is very, very much my, you know, one of my areas that I like to focus on, because cheap, you can do a lot of stuff cheap, and you can play around with kits and develop beers that you'd pay a lot more for, but you can develop them cheaper. They may not taste as good as some of the craft breweries, but they'll taste near enough. No, there's just too much stuff coming out. Fuck me, pardon my French, but you can't do it. You literally can't do it. Curry night here, yeah. I'm waiting. I think we're having a Chinese tonight, to be fair. And then I'm back down the beer room at 8 o'clock for 3 wines. Oh, that might get messy. I think I'm starting off on a 6%, only because it's gingerbread, and then diving onto the yellowtail, which is about 11%, and then going to a 14% Malbec. So yeah, and I've got work in the morning. Yeah, I think if people, I think personality wins over the first to get the beer. I think your personality is key. And how many followers you've got. I mean, you look at someone like Simon, he's got that many followers that, you know, he releases a beer, he reviews a beer 3 weeks after it's released. Everybody else has reviewed it. He's still going to get 10 times the amount of viewers that anybody else is. And that's all to do with being in the system a hell of a lot longer. Plus, he went viral at one stage when he went on the TV. That's when I noticed him. Real Ale Craft Beer, Simon. That is his name, isn't it? Little Welsh dude. But I sometimes wish I'd have done beer reviewing 10 years ago. I had the camcorders. Probably didn't get the internet. He's always hammered. I'm better these days. I was at one stage. Since I've come off the spirits, I'm going to bed sober most nights, or at least tipsy. A little bit tipsy, shall I say. Certainly not steaming. And this time last year, wow, I was hitting the alcohol horrendously. And only because I was suffering all day at work. You work in a workplace where you're on your own. The atmosphere is evil, absolute pure evil. Working with somebody in charge of you who's a total bully and not right in the head. And that's putting it nicely. And, you know, it was a tough year. Really tough. Oh well, at least this year's better. Working on my own again, so that's not so bad. But every day's a win. You know, the mental health is so bloody horrible at times. Anxiety, stress, depression. Sometimes what you see, the smallest little shitty thing can play on you. And then also people around you, family, you know. Sadly, we can't choose our family. We can choose our friends, because you can fuck them off if you don't like them. But you can't choose your family. Oh, anyway, this went from a 5-minute review to 35 minutes. In the end, actually, I quite like this. It was nice, 6.2%. Yeah, I don't think a couple of beers a night's a problem. If you're going too deep, talking about it's the best thing. if you go too deep with drinking, then you could drink yourself into oblivion. And I mean, you've got a brilliant relationship with Wanda. You seem so well matched for each other's. You do seem a great couple. I've watched your little shorts, to make me chuckle. And you know, when you do your lives together, you can see the chemistry. And that's same with me and my wife. We take the piss out of each other's royally. But I mean, we've been together now, married 23 years this year. Been together 30 years this year. And I was lucky. You know, not everyone finds their perfect person, regardless of sexuality or whatever. But yeah, we've been lucky. Welcome, Chris. How are you? If you could afford it, brew your own, cheaper. Yeah, yeah, you can get a nice brew on your own. This is where home brewing, especially from juice wines. You know, juice wines. You can do, if you want to do a juice wine. Yeah, this time last year, if you'd have been watching the reviews this time last year, there was one review when I was dark, and I've never ever contemplated suicide over anything because I've got too much. But you know, I sympathised last year, and I was at that stage where I totally understood why, and that was scary, you know. And thankfully, long way past that. Anyway, on with cherry juice wines. You can buy 4 cartons of cherry juice. Yeah, sometimes you've got to be careful. It is, you know, it's life can get a hold of you really. And beer when you're not well is not the greatest solution. It helps sometimes. I mean, for me now, you know, where I'm working now, I'm my own boss. I don't really see any. I've not seen anybody all week. It's ever so strange. I send little WhatsApp videos of what I've done every day, and that's how they know I'm still alive and working. It's different. Parsnip wine. Ooh, that's different. Yeah, cherry juice wine. 4 cartons of cherry juice, 4 bags of sugar, yeast. Cost you about £6, or thereabouts, £7 probably. Yeah, in this day and age, £7. And £7. And you'll make 23 litres of cherry wine that's very palatable for about £7. You know, so beer, it don't cost a lot to make what you're doing. Anyway, I better go. Rattling along far too much. Lervig makes some tea wine. Now that's different. You mean tea? You don't mean wine. But anyway, amber looking pour, lager malt nose, lovely sweetness to it, very easy drinking, much better. Tea wine, that is different. Lervig makes some amazing stouts. I was having a conversation with Mr. Lervig, the actual brewer, about the stouts, and yeah, some amazing stouts. Anyway, amber pour, easy drinking. Gotta say, 6.2% hits the spot nicely. I am a gardener. 39 years of gardening, 33 years as professional. Bar 5 years out at Sainsbury's, but I was still doing gardening. Yeah. Won Britain in Bloom 3 times. East Midlands in Bloom, I think about 18 times, if memory serves me correctly. Won Entente Floral, which is like the European in Bloom. Won the RHS Excellence in Horticulture. 20-foot greenhouse. At work, I've got a 12-metre by 6-metre former wedding marquee, which is turned into a greenhouse. It's amazing. The only problem is I've got fucking mice in there, little bastards. So when the Rat Man comes, when it all reopens and the Rat Man turns up, I can at least then knock off the mice, kill the slugs, and then I should have no issues then. There's always issues with gardens, you know, and houses. So for this lager beer, out of 5, a good 4.3 out of 5. I actually really liked it. Beefsteak Toms. I had some beefsteak Toms and the frost killed them. That -5 the other week wiped them all out. Gutted. Absolutely gutted. 4.3. Right. Back at 8 o'clock for another review. Didn't mean to be down here for this long, but hey ho. Cheers. And thank you all for the interaction. Cheers.